Yes, people, welcome back to the channel for a brand new video. Excuse my wet hair. I'm just back from the gym, and excuse the lack of uploads. I know I said we'd be back. We are back. I've been away for a couple of days. You know, it's the summer holidays. I'm trying to enjoy myself. But the news is starting to roll in thick and fast. I thought at least Manchester City-wise that things were quite calm and there wasn't a huge amount happening. But as always, there is things going to come out of nowhere that you least expect. Now, as you see on the title of this video, is Julian Alvarez set to leave Manchester City? Julian Alvarez, what a signing he has been, what a player he is for Manchester City, and what a player he's going to turn out to be. This guy has had the dream season in terms of what any footballer can have in their whole career. I struggle to think of what more this guy can win, other than maybe individual awards, to have a better season than what he's just had. World Cup, Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, I said Premier League, didn't I? He's won 4 major trophies. This guy couldn't have asked for a better start to life in Manchester. Now, there is interest from Bayern Munich in securing the services of Julian Alvarez this summer. Now, as we know, and as you see in the title of this video, I'm sure you all know at this point, Bayern Munich and Thomas Tuchel are heavily interested in the signature of Tottenham striker, the talisman, and the best English striker about right now, Harry Kane. Now, as we know, Tottenham are undergoing a bit of a revamp, if you like. They've just brought in Ange Postecoglou. He's going to insert a new style of play. They've made a couple signings, that Solomon guy, James Maddison. Is this something Harry Kane will want to stay around for? Now, I have not stayed fully on top of the official bids and the kind of figures thrown around. I think I saw bids for Harry Kane going in of around £80 million, which is, for a player of his caliber, Bayern Munich, that's quite laughable. Now, I know Harry Kane only has, I think, 2 years left on his contract, if I'm not mistaken, but there's very few players in world football right now, other than maybe Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe, that absolutely, imperatively, without a doubt, unaccommodatingly, any adjective you want to use, guarantee you goals. So if Bayern Munich want to go and get Harry Kane, they're going to have to pay big dollar. If I was Tottenham Hotspur and I was Harry Kane and I was Daniel Levy, with the sort of figures I've seen throw around, I'd be semi-insulted. I would be semi-insulted because they are not the kind of figures it will take to get Harry Kane. Now, of course, they do have the worry of, if he stays and doesn't sign another contract this season, will they lose him for a much cheaper fee next summer? You would think so. I imagine the hope at Tottenham is that they can hold on to Harry Kane this summer and persuade him again to try and sign another contract for Tottenham Hotspur, basically securing him until he retires. But is that something he will want to do? We know he is desperately chasing that Alan Shearer record of the most Premier League goals in history, but the guy hasn't won anything. He's won absolutely nothing. You contrast that with the season that Julian Alvarez has just had. Julian Alvarez has seen nothing but success for the past 8-9 months. You know, going to Qatar, winning the World Cup, coming back to Manchester and winning trophies all around him. So Harry Kane now has the conundrum of, do I go to Bayern Munich, where I'm essentially guaranteed to win the Bundesliga and have a good crack at the Champions League, possibly win it, you know, if you add my goals or his goals to Bayern Munich's current squad of already fantastic players? Or does he stay at Tottenham and fight for that dream of securing Tottenham their first trophy in, what is it, 15, 18, 19 years? I don't even know how long it is at this stage. Some people forget to think about how much more it would mean to Harry Kane to, say, win a trophy with Tottenham than it would to win a trophy with Bayern Munich, you know? Tottenham's his boyhood club. He's grown up with Tottenham. Tottenham have made him essentially what he is. So the idea of winning a Carabao Cup might mean more to him with Tottenham than it would be to, say, win a Bundesliga with Bayern Munich. But you guys and football media, rightly in my opinion, are saying this guy is too good to not win consistently. He'll go down as possibly not forgotten, because we know how great he is of a goal scorer, but, you know, it's not a great look for someone to be as good as Harry Kane and finish your career with none of Europe's or England's top honours, essentially. This guy should be winning Premier Leagues. We know Man United are interested, but it seems to be all very vague, and they're kind of waiting on Qatar. Will Qatar come in and offer big cash at Tottenham and just get the deal done, essentially? We don't know. But, as I said, with Julian Alvarez, the word is, if Bayern Munich can't secure the services of Harry Kane this summer, they will turn their attention to our man Julian Alvarez on a loan deal. Now, this worried me because I think there's this perception in world football right now about Julian Alvarez that he doesn't get a lot of game time at Manchester City. He'll always be number 2. He'll always be Erling Haaland's bench man, his side man. Pep's, you know, second option of a striker off the bench, or if Haaland's not fit, Alvarez will come on. But that's not the case. Now, whether you like it or not, Alvarez has made, I believe, 48 or 49 appearances for Manchester City this season. Now, you have to think about a lot more than just the season that's just gone by. Alvarez came from River Plate, who finished their season essentially when we were going into pre-season. So this guy's had absolutely no rest. If we were playing this guy week in, week out, starting 90 minutes, 90 minutes, 90 minutes, he'd be burnt out. So Pep, rightly so, had to manage Julian Alvarez's game time. So a lot of those 49 appearances were off the bench. But if you pay attention to what Pep Guardiola has said about Julian Alvarez over the last 9 months, you will know that Pep is desperate to find a system whereby he can fit in De Bruyne, Haaland and Alvarez. We've seen Alvarez play out of position, and for me, he looks a bit like a lost dog. It doesn't suit him playing that De Bruyne role. He needs to be a talisman up front, whether it's on his own or beside Erling Haaland. If Pep is to fit them both into a system, I think it will be beside Erling Haaland. Now, the tweets are coming from Fabrizio Romano. There's loads of tweets about this potential loan deal or said interest from Bayern Munich. The initial says, is this coming from CF Bayern? Christian Falk, obviously a massive journalist in terms of German football. He says Bayern will look to discuss a loan deal for Man City's Julian Alvarez if they fail to sign Harry Kane this summer. Romano very quickly came out and rebutted this with Julian Alvarez's camp does not consider any loan deal for Man City as a possibility this summer. No chance. Big up Julian Alvarez's camp. I think they're quite happy with where they are, and I think that's justified too with the amount of success that Alvarez has seen this season. It's quite clear he's developing nicely. Naturally so, it was always going to take him a little bit of time to find his feet in a new continent, a new language, a new club, new settings, new culture, new everything. I think it's working out nicely for him. This guy's still so young. He's 22, 23. You have to allow him time to bed in and get into his new system. And based off just what Romano's saying, that they don't see any move this summer as a possibility, if it seems to me that they feel they are in the right place for Alvarez's development, and I am too. I'm very happy with how Alvarez is coming along. We have two, in my opinion, world-class strikers in our ranks. I think we have the best striker in Erling Haaland in our ranks, and I think Julian Alvarez can get up to a close level, but obviously Haaland's a freak, so he's achieving it so young. But Alvarez, under the guidance of Pep Guardiola, with the players and infrastructure of Manchester City, I think Alvarez can achieve a really big high. So I don't think this is going to happen. I'm very glad this isn't going to happen. It doesn't come as a surprise that there's going to be interest from other clubs for Man City's top players, treble winners, World Cup winner. So there's always going to be teams trying to get their signatures to add that winning juice to their team. So let me know, please, all of your thoughts down below in the comments on Harry Kane, Julian Alvarez, the striker situation. Harry Kane's situation is quite interesting to me. Please, if you would, leave a like in the video as well and subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're on the road to 7K now. The support recently has been fantastic, and I'll see you all tomorrow with another video. In a bit.